defense that time and time again in the playoffs came up with the big plays to preserve victories. The architect of that defense coordinator Don Capers.
The Packer offense, no slouch in its own right. Please say hello to coordinator Joe Philbin.
Strength and conditioning, a big part of building a champion. Strength and conditioning coordinator Mark Lavatt and his two assistants, Dave Redding and Thaddeus Jackson.
Director of Player Development, Rob Davis. Director of Research and Development, Mike Ayers. Football Administration Coordinator, Matt Klein. And Coaching Administrator, Curtis Fuller.
Special teams became such a big part of the Green Bay Packer push to the playoffs and postseason. Please welcome Special Teams Coordinator Sean Slocum and Assistant Special Teams Coach Chad Morton and the members of Green Bay's coverage unit and kicking team.
Next up, my personal favorite, the offensive line. Offensive line coach James Campen and assistant offensive line coach Jerry Fontenot and the offensive lineman.
The opposite line to the offensive line, the defensive line. Please welcome defensive line coach Mike Turgovic, defensive quality control coach Scott McCurley, and the defensive line of your world champion Green Bay Packers.
Next up, the tight ends. Please welcome tight ends coach Ben McAdoo and his players, the Packer tight ends.
The outside linebackers, the pass rushers, the teeth of the Green Bay Packers defense, led by outside linebackers coach Kevin Green.
Next up, the Packer running backs, led by former Packer Edgar Bennett.
The inside linebackers, the guys who coordinate the defense up front, led by assistant head coach, inside linebackers coach Winston Moss.
Next up, your Packer wide receivers, who are coached by Jimmy Robinson. Please say hello to your wide receivers.
Green Bay's star-studded defense had three jewels who were all pro in the secondary, and it was one of the backbone pieces to this championship. Please welcome the defensive backfield of the Packers, secondary and safeties coach Darren Perry, secondary cornerbacks coach Joe Witt Jr.
please welcome your Packer quarterbacks who are coached by Tom Clements.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, again turn your attention to the southeast end zone tunnel and the moment you've been waiting for. Led by head coach Mike McCarthy, general manager Ted Thompson, the return to Titletown of the Lombardi Trophy. Coming up, we'll talk with the architect of your world champion Super Bowl Packers and the head coach when we return to Titletown.